Boom.
There we are.
Good
How's it
old.
going, buddy?
Good yourself.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
All
With
right.
everything that's going on, I can't complain, right?
Right. Definitely not.
Oh, I lost you there.
No problem, bro. No problem.
Try to get this thing lined up right. Goodness.
What's up, Juice?
All right, holler at me.
Yeah.
All right.
10-4. All right. So, Chris, tell us where you're from.
North Beach, Maryland, right on
No.
the Chesapeake Bay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Finally, I get some people out of California. Man.
Yeah. I just did a little. I noticed you were doing this, so I did a little homework and watched a few of your videos, see what kind of trick questions you're going to throw at me.
Yeah. Nothing tricky.
You never know. I did one with Andy with barbecue, booze, and boost, and that was fun. But I was just nervous as could be. I was like, I'm on air. That was a couple years ago.
This is really simple format. I basically ask you where you're from, what your niche in barbecue is, and then basically how you started, where you're at now, and where you want to go with it. So,
Yeah, pretty cool, man.
are you
Got nice thing going there.
are you a backyard guy, competition guy? Are you developing rubs and stuff? I see you all over the place, so I
Yeah,
don't really know specifically where you're at.
I kind of am all over the place.
Yeah.
As far as I aspire to compete, but the budget for that, you got to have a bankroll, and I've got kids, and man, it's just doing what I do here and catering have been the most fun. And as far as the catering, uh, it comes from my mother and father. When I was younger growing up, they did it, on the side as fun. We had a couple cookers on trailers, and somebody have a party, and we were the ones they call up, and we were going anyway. So I was like, well, sure, we'll bring them and cook, and everybody throw in a little something, boom, we got it.
Yeah.
So it came from doing that whole hog with dad. Um, I worked construction for many years, and then I turned around and got into feeding some friends at a party, and they're like, after being told so many times, you need to do this, you need to do this, and
Yeah.
well, maybe I should.
Yeah. So
So it turned out a little bit.
you were kind of raised doing it then. You were kind of brought up.
Yeah, a little bit there, and that was
What kind of cookers do you remember your dad cooking on back in the day?
big open pits, homemade 275-gallon oil drums, old school. Then we got the big trailer rig. It was a Bradley cooker, big gas rig. That was where we went whole hog on that a lot. Maintain a fire overnight. Do
You said it was a big Bradley cooker?
yeah, yeah. Not
Really?
not the pellet one either. Him and I tried to look it up off the nameplate. We still have it, and
Okay.
we needed some burners for it. We looked it up online. You can't find anything. We found out the owner had a divorce from his partner,
Oh,
and it all went south.
okay.
So we got the nameplate, just can't do anything about parts. So
Wow.
we're looking to put our own burners in it, but that and tires. But yeah, the
So
that was the that
so
was the
from
start.
there, so from there, you know, at what point were you like, all right, I'm done with this construction stuff? What were you cooking on for your friends? Like just regular old backyard pits?
Yeah, my first grill, smoker was an old New Brunsfeld from the '90s.
Okay.
Just an offset.
Was that
Fishes.
the square ones?
No, it's round. Like you see the Oklahoma Joes.
Okay.
It's just a little smaller. 32-inch. 316 steel offset.
Okay.
But I mean, honestly, until I got a really into Facebook, and I didn't do a whole lot of that years ago. And I think 2011 I got into Facebook, and after meeting some nice people over in 203 Barbecue out in Texas, I started really learning that I was doing it wrong for so long. Like, over smoking, temps too low, just crazy, just reading all that information, and like, a lot of it's bad information, I
Right.
try hard to tell everybody, you can call me crazy, but bring your temps up. You hardly want to see smoke,
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I remember those
like,
times, man.
yeah,
I had this cheap offset, and I'm like, huh, that smoke's not dark enough. I gotta get it darker, and I'm throwing wet wood chips on it. And
everybody did that. Yeah.
I remember reading, I think it was like on Amazing Ribs, where the guy's like, why
Yeah.
don't you soak your wood chips only to dry them out again? Like,
Hello.
and it just stuck with me after that. Like, he's got a point. Like, why am I going to wet these things to dry them out to get them to smoke? Like,
Light bulbs start going off.
yeah. And I remember telling people, and they're like, no, I've soaked wood chips forever. Like, why, this is the way I do it. And I'm like, well, try it once without it. Like, the only thing you got to be careful is when you expose that thing to oxygen, they're going to want to light up, So
Keep that lid
before you
closed.
get ready to smoke, just throw those wood chips in there and close the hood and let it smoke, And yeah, I remember that was like a big thing for me, was like, you don't soak wood chips? Like, what?
I've seen even like back when I was getting into it, I remember like comp guys soaking logs, in buckets. I'm like, and so you see that right there, and it's just approval to keep on soaking your wood, whether it's chunks, sticks, whatever. You're like, now, like, I'd like to talk to them cats now and be like, hey, what do you think, huh?
Yeah.
You're not soaking no more, are you?
So what are you cooking with right now? What kind of?
Believe it or not, I still run my not as often, but my old New Brunswick kind of overflow stuff when I do that. I've got an Oklahoma Joe, my father's big open pit, which I can run like an offset, just indirect, kind of like you would a Weber, just enormous.
Yeah.
Coal basket on one side. I've got room for 4 full-size hotel pans in it.
Wow. Nice.
So I can do a lot of volume in there, and that's just a single layer. If I double it up, got a couple Webers, Traeger. We've got an electric smoker that I don't ever use, never have.
Yeah.
It's kind of a work table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got something I use a lot. It's pretty funny. Is I bought a Jumbo Joe, an 18-inch Jumbo Joe for like camping and traveling, tailgating.
Okay.
And I took a leap in jumping into SEA because it's one weekend I don't have to pack up grandma and the whole kick caboodle. And the price is $150. You're in. Here's your steak. Come and go. I like to think of it as a 3-minute steak. It's $50 a minute to play.
Yeah. Right.
So I got some grill grates for the Jumbo Joe, and been using that. I mean, I cook on that a lot here, instead of firing up the Weber and all. But yeah, I do a lot of my cooking on the Oklahoma Joe when it comes to ribs, butts, brisket.
Okay.
For the family, I'm only doing 1 brisket at a time. But I can get 3 in there if I'm doing catering. And like I said, the bigger pit comes into play when I do 50 people or more, stuff like that. So
right.
Yeah.
Where would you like to be? Where you want to be at, like pit wise? Dropped a blank check in your lap and said, "Hey, why don't you go buy?" Yeah, why don't you go buy any pit?
I'm calling Sonny Moberg.
Sonny Moberg, right?
I ain't no dummy. I'm gonna hit up this year. I'm gonna get me some gateways, and I'm gonna call Sonny.
Yeah.
The rest is history.
Those pits, Sonny, what Sonny's doing, primitive pits.
Yeah.
I mean, all those
That's
lines.
I don't need a reverse flow or none of that. Just give me that straight pipe, that's what I learned on. I worked too daggone long to switch up, pits now. I want to just stay old school. I love the tradition,
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a big thing here in California right now. Those style cookers. There's a
Yeah.
lot of manufacturers around here. Fat Stack Smokers.
Yeah.
Place called. He's not as well known, but Heritage. No, they're using his smokers. Harper's.
Okay.
They're building a lot of those big, 500-gallon, 1,000-gallon pits,
Big boys. Yeah.
and they're getting money for them here. I mean, they're not a cheap pit. Um,
A lot of hours go into those,
I know they're probably a little less expensive outside of California, just because California they charge you to breathe out here, but
Yeah.
they're, I had a small one made for myself by a smaller local guy here, Joey Rooster. He made me a small little standard flow, out of a tank and stuff like that. And, it's not something I cook on a whole lot just because of how much it involves. But there is a certain amount of, satisfaction you get from doing it. I cooked a Creekstone a couple of weeks ago on it, and my first long cook. And, wow, that piece of meat, I thought, my temps were, looked like a heart rate monitor.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, I was like, man, I just jacked up a good piece of meat,
Nah.
Don't make them good meat. And
Yeah. There's leeway.
I was like, maybe I shouldn't have done my first long cook with a Creekstone, but I tell you what, the end game on that piece of meat, it was so good. I've never had a brisket like that anywhere I've been. And there's a lot of places around me that now cook that style and use that method, and I don't know, it was great. I mean, and I'm not a big fan of, I don't know, it's hard to get into your own cooking when you've been cooking it all day. But
Is that a thing? That is so true. At the end of the day,
all the time, like, you just cooked all day, you're eating sushi? Yeah.
Right? I can't tell you how many times I've had a hot dog at the end of a brisket cook or something.
Yeah.
You're at a party, you might have a couple pieces of burnt end, or I'm a point guy, so if I just get the a piece or two of the point, and serve up the rest, I'm like, just save me a couple slices for tomorrow,
Right. Yeah,
because that's when I'm going to kick myself in the butt for not grabbing a few.
Right. So what do you like to cook the most? What's your
Brisket and ribs right off the bat.
Ribs?
Yeah. Brisket and ribs.
What style are you going with on that?
Both of them on the offset. I like to do a glaze. I'm not really a big sauce guy. Sauce on the side if I do something. Do like glazes. I respect the dry rub. But I like the quicker cook a rib gives you, but how pretty it can be. I like that.
Yeah.
But a good eating brisket with brisket I'm different on, because I really love, like, Andy, not to jump on somebody, but Andy Lugo, him.
Oh yeah.
Andy Lugo has changed my game as far as brisket trimming.
Yeah.
I follow that, and I do like now for catering, I don't really do a brisket comp trim, but I practice it when I do my own at home, and sometimes I go the extra mile. Sometimes I'll take the fat cap clean off, if it's all jacked up.
Yeah.
And if it's got good internal fat, put the bark to it.
Right.
Let's go.
Yeah, he does. Man, the work he does, I just, and he does it all with a slicer knife. Like,
yeah, I've tried that too.
Like, I cut my arm off if I tried to trim a brisket with a slicer.
So long.
12-inch slicer knife trimming brisket.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's performing for the lack of a better term, like a dance with it. You know what I mean? Just the way he
never stops moving. It's like shooting pool. You're always thinking of your next shot. And
Yeah.
that's what he's doing. He's looking over here at the point tackle. He's moving it. He's stretching out the flat. He's seeing where it's going to run.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's
It's a
crazy.
work of art, man. What he does is a work of art.
Yes,
I think
sir.
so.
Big inspiration right there.
Huh?
Big inspiration right there.
Yeah.
That was a big thing to me when I first seen his video. I watched it over again. Are you serious? Slow down so I can see this. He
Yeah.
just go go go. He just moves right through his brisket.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yep.
Um. So with
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute. How about you? Let's interview you. What's your favorite thing to cook? I see you nailing briskets all the time.
yeah, the briskets are for people. I'm you know, I'd say for myself, I just like to cook me a nice ribeye steak, man. I
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's something sexy about that.
yeah. I like to get, as much crust on that steak,
Mm.
nice medium
Yeah, yeah.
rare. Um, you know, that's what I like cooking for myself. I don't
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
a
Steaks have their own
that
category.
ribeye fat that you just I don't know. Um,
Little
eh,
kiss of smoke from the carcinogens.
yeah, right.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Just
we did a surf and turf for on Monday, and I did a little Delmonico and threw it on the grill grates. But man, I hadn't done one in so long. I was like, I almost did the. It was a narrower, long Delmonico, so I didn't really do an SEA, practice on it. I just used the times. And my God, man, I was like, we need to do more steaks more often. Yeah.
right, man. I love it. I love it. And if I had to nail down a longer cook for myself, I like doing more of a rib, but like a
Yeah.
Texas style rib,
Yeah.
just salt and pepper, maybe add a little bit of garlic in that,
Yeah.
but
Just taste the pork.
just taste that pork.
Yeah.
Maybe a light glaze, but
Right.
nothing too much. And that's
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
That's the
good with
truth.
stuff like that. Um, I can't. Yeah, I love a good hot link too, man. I love a good spicy hot link.
Hard to beat. It is, that's its own thing. That's for
Right.
sure.
Right.
Yeah, I'm on a search to find it. Hard to find out here any kind of genuine. You can find the Smithfield and the Hathaways or Hatfields and uh, Elk Ridge or all that stuff, but nothing like the a good deli one or homemade even. My father and I make sausage, and we're always on the pursuit of which one to do next.
Yeah.
Uh,
It,
Boudin.
this one I kind of grew up on. It's a it's made by Bar M, I believe, but it's a beef hot link. And it's just I don't know. I think the heat level's just right. I love the texture of it. It doesn't come across too hard as far as the sausage inside. And then to me, that beef flavor with that hot link is something unique. You usually don't see a lot of beef hot links.
Yeah, the fat's got to be right. The
Yeah.
fat content's got to be there.
And for me, that's the ones I'll buy all day long here.
Right.
A lot of people like, Farmer John's or whatever, but nah, I'm good with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to do the Texas tour soon, man. A lot of friends I've met over there or made over there, and acquaintances that have grown into actual friendships. Yeah, seeing what they have to offer, right up the street from them. It's like you guys don't even know how good you have it.
Right.
We're like seafood capital over here, and we dabble in barbecue. So I've got a an extension cord plugged into from here to Texas, just trying to learn everything I can.
Yeah.
Call it shigging, but if they're your friends, is that really shigging?
Yeah. That's not chicken.
Help me out, bro.
California, we're known to rip off everybody else's,
You guys are tri-tip. Yeah.
We're tri-tip, and we love our tri-tip here.
Yeah.
People love it here.
I remember when I found my first one in Maryland. I was grabbing armfuls.
Yeah.
They were at Sam's Club. I couldn't believe it. Tri-tips.
I bet it's
And,
cheap there. Here,
yeah,
here
they treat them like gold out here. They make you open your wallet pretty far. Yeah,
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 here anything that becomes popular here gets expensive. So,
yeah, yeah,
back when Malcolm Reed did that pork belly burn in,
yeah.
man, that
Went off.
raised the price of pork belly here like a couple bucks. I was
That's the pork belly bacon one.
the burn ends where he did like the cubed up burn ends.
Oh yeah, yeah. Back in the day, yeah, I seen the.
It's a couple of years ago, but like everybody, and all of a sudden you've seen like 37 pork belly burn end videos.
Yeah,
Price of
yeah.
pork belly here just went crazy.
The one he did with it was a slab of bacon uncut. He went pork belly bacon bites.
Wow.
That maybe a year ago, maybe less.
Okay.
And I went to the a couple butchers and asked them, can I get it like that? And they were like, a couple of them didn't looked at me like I had a third eye, like, why would you want that? You slice it yourself, this and that. But the one guy actually followed How to Barbecue Right and knew what I was talking about. He was like, well, I can, but I'd have to give you the whole daggone thing cured, and that'd be $100 some. I'm like, bruh, just give me a
Yeah.
piece of it, So I've gotten pork belly since then and dabbled into it. So next thing is making my own bacon and going that way. But yeah,
Thought about it. I've thought about trying to do that whole process.
yeah, yeah.
Once in a while. It tastes phenomenal.
Yeah, the frog powder and go that route. I've been doing my homework here lately, but that's with anything. I've learned it. I used to just jump right in, and then you learn it. Well, I did that really wrong, so now I do a bunch of homework first.
Yeah.
Age and wisdom.
You like the B&B charcoal, I take it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a brand influencer this year. They asked me to come on board. Friggin' honored. So yeah, I've been using their stuff for quite a while. Tag here, tag there, and whenever I use them, I got asked to cook for an Ace Hardware B&B event doing a barbecue demo, and it kind of took off from there. I do barbecue demos for a couple Ace Hardwares in the area.
Nice.
And, this year, they opened up a whole new category. Instead of brand ambassadors, they have brand influencers. So that you actually get paid every time you mention them and throw a recipe out or do a video. They'll send you out gear, product, or a Visa check card. So
Nice.
it's been pretty cool. Totally blew me out of my socks. I was like, is this for real? I've been waiting for this. That's awesome. So
We don't see a lot of B here in California.
what do you rock over there? Royal Oak a lot?
Yeah,
That's
I mean, in the big box stores, you just mainly see Kingsford, some Royal Oak, stuff like that.
Cowboy and
A couple of the Ace Hardwares will carry like a B&B lump coal, something like that. Or
B&B, you can get that at any Ace.
Yeah.
Yep, just ask them to order it if they don't have it on the shelf.
Yeah, they got to order it.
Yeah, any product, they have it in their warehouses.
Or you got to go to like a specialty barbecue shop, like the Barbecue HQ. They have it, but it's not like something you could just walk into Walmart and get here.
Right.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I've seen it in Walmarts, but they're not around me. Like the one near Ocean City, by the ocean, they have a whole line of B&B products I found. And I was like, holy crap. I mean, if that was the case right here, that'd be great. But
yeah,
yeah,
it seems like
it's 100 miles away.
places far away have all the good stuff, right?
Yeah. I'm like, you're near the ocean. Who barbecues here?
Like these big box stores that mark these barbecues down to 15% of value or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, my Home Depot never does that. My Walmart never does that.
Yeah, really.
Why is it always the ones that are
massive
100 miles away? So I guess we covered all the bases. Anything you want to bring up? Anything you want to talk about to kind of finish the interview?
Oh man, you know, just always trying to help people. I didn't have a bunch of people. I just as far as people wanting to learn, getting into it, I didn't have a big resource. And I'll be honest, like back in the day, it was like maybe Malcolm Reed. Was probably the first that I took any info from. You know, and it wasn't like you could just ask questions. You had to take what you heard or seen and go from there. Uh, when you watch a show like Barbecue Pitmasters back in the day,
Oh,
when it was a new episode, you know what I mean? Like
right.
now we watch the old episodes on rainy days, But
Yeah.
I was always watching not what they were showing you. And I always told my wife this. I always watched what was going on right
Yeah.
behind,
You
you know
know.
what I mean? Like this guy's talking his head off, but I'm looking behind him
Yeah.
like,
What's his?
okay. Yeah, because I learned more by doing that and a little bit of common sense than a lot. But nowadays, the information's out there, but it's mixed with a bunch of just BS information, like people not willing to grow, people stuck on what they think is right, and that's great,
Yeah.
But I've always been willing to, if somebody that like you or I say like, hey man, I tried something new today, it worked, I'm going to stick with it. I'll be doing this again.
Yeah.
You got to take that with a little bit of, consideration. Like, well, maybe he's onto something, I've
Right.
done that a lot and it's worked out more times than not, don't be afraid to ask questions. I'm always helping people all the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like messages, day out, day in, day out. And I've always answer them as fast as I can. Uh, Tries there's nothing better than that friendship you build. Some people don't even know me; they just know me through the barbecue club 203,
Yeah.
and they see me there and they feel like, hey, I can message him. And sure, you can. I say it all the time. And there's the friendship you build right there. Didn't know you yesterday. Today we're buddies.
Yeah.
And that holds water. It never goes away.
Yeah.
So
And I think
the
social media is great for that. I know social media gets a lot of negative press
yeah
about, dividing people, but what
yeah
I've seen a lot of times, especially in groups that have the type of atmosphere like 203 has, is that there's a lot of uniting. There's a lot of bringing together.
yeah
That stuff gets put out enough on social media
yeah
about
yeah.
that.
Zero drama, man. That's what we're about. We keep it that way as much as we can. We encourage people to, you see something that ain't right, report it. We'll check it out.
Yeah.
It's just Tim and I. He's the big dog, and he asked me to come on to help with bringing in sponsors and things like that. It's been cool. We've got a lot of great sponsors. They stand by us.
Yeah.
They send out product, and I move it to the people that I think are going to use it. And
Yeah.
get them some airtime. That's the biggest thing.
It's cool. Cool.
203 has changed the game. I'm in touch with a lot of people that make product and built a lot of great relationships that way. As far as meeting more of the salt of the earth, that has been phenomenal. Two gringos, Chupacabra, meeting talking to Alton Paris and knowing he's on my side, and I need a question answered. Aaron Leslie, Texas Oil Dust, Dan Arnold, Sucklebusters, Brian Crawford, and they're all good, man. Every one of them are willing to help you and talk to you, and you need some product, figure it out. We'll work something out, and it's always been a blessing.
Yeah. So tell people how to find that group if they're probably
Yeah,
already part of it, but
it's on Facebook. We're 203. It's 203 IT is Magic Club. Just come on in. We're a public group. Be happy to have you. I mean, really, just jump on in, say hi. We'll introduce you. We do no drama, no bashing. Drop your barbecue pics, your questions, your videos, and Join the
Yeah,
family.
yeah. It's so weird the bashing. That kind of stuff goes on
It's a
for.
safe haven, man. We don't. I can't stand it. I see it in so many clubs.
Yeah, I mean, I started an offset group not too long ago, and over the last couple months, I don't know if it's because everybody's at home or what, you
That's
know,
taken off.
we've grown a lot. It's called
Yeah.
Offset Smokers of America, and so naturally you get that offset, better than thou
Oh,
attraction. People are coming in, and
yeah.
they think it's funny to post the, pellet smoker funny meme and all that kind of stuff, and you know I've tried to politely ask people, "Hey, man, this group's just about smoking on offsets, and
Yeah.
we're not here to bash any other smoker or nothing like that. Like, we're here to talk about offset smoking and anything that has to do with that."
Yep.
And a couple people get offended or whatever, but it's just weird. It's
Yeah.
such a weird thing, you know. Like,
They're fortunate when I warn them because Tim has a little less threshold in warning people. He'll let them know, and then they don't like what he had to say. He's usually see ya.
see you.
Like you said, zero tolerance. It's
Right.
you get a warning, and we're not your parents. We're all adults. They ain't strike one, strike two, strike three.
Yeah.
You gonna keep dropping your bag of weed picture on our thing,
Oh
or
man, dude.
political picture, or
Right.
you're gonna bash somebody in a comment. I'm quick to delete the comment and say, "Hey, man, not here."
Man,
You
I've
do it
I've been
again,
so
it's out.
surprised about the people, the people trying to get into my group with the weed, man.
Oh,
It's
it's
like,
great. What the hell? Just because it has something to do with smoke, I guess. I don't know.
right, right. And then the
Check
ones
the
that make it
packaging.
through for some reason, the ones that make it through, they'll post something, I'll remove it, somebody will let me know, and I'll get 2 or 3 messages from people like on both sides, like, I can't believe you let that kind of stuff be posted, And I'm like, "Look,"
Sometimes we haven't even seen it yet.
right. I say,
You know,
well,
like,
number one, I don't screen every post,
yeah, yeah,
I can't do that. So,
yep,
number two, just report it, and we'll take it off, and we'll boot the guy.
yep.
Very simple. And then you have all the people that smoke pot and smoke food are like, well, why are you picking on us? It's just like drinking a
It's just
beer,
not here. That's all.
And I'm like, look, if the guy posted a joint and in the background is his offset smoker and he's smoking, I'd probably let it. I'd probably
Yeah,
let it slide.
we've let that slide. I
But
mean, it's not
when you
offending anybody.
when you post 10 bags, of garbage sized bags of weed, look, it's very obvious that you have nothing to do with offset smoking.
Right. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
get off my bag. I'm trying to, deal with 2 different people here, and
yeah.
yeah,
I'll get them to where I get a message out of nowhere. Let's say my partner already handled it, and they don't even know they've been booted, and they're like, "Hey, man, I can't find the club," and I'm like, "What happened?" He's like, "I don't know, man."
imagine
He's like,
that.
"Well, next club, then I guess."
Anyway,
Yeah,
we got off on a little club tangent there. So
yeah.
anyhow, I appreciate the stuff you post online. Um,
Like,
I'm always gleaning from it, and like I said, man, it seemed like you're everywhere. Like I
uh,
share something in a group, and I'm like, oh, this guy's in this group too. That group. It's like,
dude, I've just been recently leaving a bunch of groups. I'm like, um, you know, quality over quantity kind of thing.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's just so many groups that I had joined. I get an invite from this person, an invite from that person, and I'm like,
Oh my
well, I
goodness,
know you. You know what I mean? Like, sure, I'll join, and then I never partake in it. And I'm like, hang on, let me narrow this down so I can focus on a few of them.
they are all
So,
over the place, man.
hmm,
Every day
killing it.
I'm getting these ad things for groups, and I've
Yeah.
noticed my group. There's a section where you could see people that have been added, but they haven't responded to the adding, and that's got to be a couple
Oh,
hundred people. Like,
now we were like 10,000 people or some crazy number. And after a while, Facebook will run through and boot all those ads that didn't respond.
Oh, good.
We used to have membership drives, and we were like, "Oh, we're up to 12,000 people. This is awesome." And then Facebook went through, and all those people that were invited and didn't respond were deleted. Facebook took care of that, so it was like a sleeper timer or something, you know.
Okay.
And now we're at 6,000. Well, we just hit 7,000 solid actual members. So
yeah,
that got figured out, you know.
It's great to get participating members that participate, not just trying to sell something or not just trying to, you know, but trying to participate and add good content to the group.
That's the thing. Like with our sponsors, we have like an exclusivity that no one else can come in and drop their links on their products unless you're a sponsor, and that's how we keep it 100% for our sponsors.
Right.
They can show a picture of something they cooked with, but no links.
No links.
Unless they're a sponsor. That's one way we keep it fresh for our sponsors and make them first.
Yeah.
Any button you're going to hit on that page is going to be one of our links to a sponsor.
Right.
So that's always been kind of cool thing. Keeping it 100 for them. So.
All right. Yeah. Man. Well, great chat, man. Across the nation.
Danny.
Technology, man, is crazy, right?
We'll do it again.
All right. Take care, man.
Later on.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So that was Chris. Look up 203 Barbecue Group on Facebook and join and add to some great content. Thank you for watching episode 6 of The Cud. What's up, Jay? Episode 6 of The Cud. We're rolling along. Take care. God bless. Peace.